5:32 right now, and as we talked with people in our community about homelessness here in South Central PA, one theme kept coming up over and over again. It's the idea that it can happen to me.
Now more than ever, advocates want people to understand anyone could be just one paycheck, one medical problem, or one crisis away from finding themselves in a similar situation. Fox 43's Ryan Yee shares one woman's experience.
More than 15,000 people are homeless in Pennsylvania, many of whom you'd least expect.
You never know what can happen to you. And it's a scary, scary thought. And I never dreamed that people go through this until it happened to me.
Deborah McAndrews is a 60-year-old woman who less than 1 year ago had a home until she was forced to leave her apartment of over 3 years due to safety hazards.
I loved it until this happened. It was inhabitable. I had to get out.
Late in 2022, Deborah's apartment on the 1000 block of West Market Street in York had plumbing problems that covered the areas of the property with waste and brought an infestation of rodents and cockroaches, an issue she says her landlord refused to address.
Feces covered the bottom of the garage floor. This didn't happen once, it happened 4 times. And then all of a sudden, I started getting roaches and rodents. I couldn't keep food in my home. I had to keep it in the back of my car.
It was a problem that sent Deborah, who suffers from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, to the hospital 4 times. She was forced to look for a new home, leaving her without a roof over her head. Deborah eventually turned to Life Path Christian Ministries with nowhere to go.
When I walked through the doors of the shelter, I was broken. I mean, this has never happened to me in my life, and I'm a 60-year-old woman, and I worked hard all my life. I never dreamed it would resort to that.
As Sharma Cohen was Deborah's caseworker at Life Path Christian Ministries and says it's something that happens far too often.
When you look at Deb, as you said before, it wouldn't be an individual you would picture in homeless services, because you're like, you know, how does you know, a sweet grandmother who's working, who has income, how something like this happen? But you know, with my experience in the field, I started in '08, I realized it can happen to anybody.
After a potential apartment prospect finally came through, hope was sinking in for Deborah. But the deal fell through. Her stay at the shelter expired, and she was forced to stay at a hotel for 3 weeks. When money ran out, Deborah resorted to living in her car.
I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take the cold. My whole body shook.
And with the help of family who heard about her situation, Deborah is now living with her sister in Quakertown and has another potential apartment lined up. Once she finds a new home, she hopes to use her experience to help others.
God brought me through it, and there's a reason why I went through it. And again, I feel it in my gut. I feel He's got something for me more to do. And how can you do something for somebody if you haven't experienced it yourself and know where these people are coming from?
She also hopes her story can change the view people have of homelessness.
Keep an open mind to what people go through and what they're enduring, the challenges, being on the street. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. And I never dreamed I would see what I see or experience what I've experienced.
And a final message for people facing what she went through.
Keep pushing forward. Blessings will come through. I think with every suffering, there is blessings at the end. Just don't give up. Keep pushing. And it did age me, but that's okay. I'm warm at night and I'm alive.
Ryan Yee, Fox 43 News.